BitBoy Crypto.
We can't let anybody else find out who we are. My eyes are up here. I personally would not advise that strategy. Yeah. Bugs Bunny or Tweety Bird, how to make money in crypto.
Oh, you're killing me.
Welcome to BitBoy Crypto. My name is Ben. My mission is to empower you to find financial freedom through crypto assets. If that sounds good, hit the subscribe button. And if you don't mind, tap that bell for notifications because YouTube likes to hide our videos. Guys, Bitcoin, am I right? We come to you live every single day at 11:38 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Had some technical difficulties this morning. We were ready to roll.
We were.
And we had some technical difficulties. So we got those taken care of. So some camera stuff, but we're here. You guys don't really understand all the stuff it takes to run the show. So, not to demean you, you just don't run a show and you have technical difficulties. We're trying to be on time, more timely from now on.
Yeah.
But today is Friday, January 7th. It's 71 degrees. It's cooled down, kind of like the markets have. You know what I forgot to do last night, TJ?
What's that?
I forgot to do my video last night.
Oh.
I did the Twitter Spaces with Aaron Murray and Todd Gurley.
How'd that go?
And Champ Bailey. It went amazing. I thought it went really great. We talked football, talked Georgia, Alabama. We talked NFTs. You guys don't forget to check out theplayerslounge.io to check out the drop. The drop is hitting, I think the pre-sales today. Drop hits, I believe, tomorrow or Sunday. So really, really, really cool what's going on with that. It's how to help college football players, from the University of Georgia put some money in their pocket in a legal way. That's really cool. So really excited using their name, image, and likeness. So really excited to do that. It was really cool. It was about an hour, 7:30 to 8:30 last night on Twitter. And then I just went to bed. I forgot I was supposed to do a video. So really trying to be more regular with those nighttime videos. So it just totally slipped my mind yesterday. But yeah, go Dogs. That's right. Go Dogs. Ready to go. Finally get that Alabama monkey off the back. So
That natty.
That's right. That's Natty. You know who performed at the Orange Bowl was Walker Hayes. Speaking of Natty.
Huh.
You know who that is?
Nope.
You don't know the song Fancy Like? You haven't heard the song Fancy Like? It's
I don't
everywhere.
think so.
Yeah, it's a very popular song. He's got a lot of other songs. We like Walker Hayes pretty well. All right, guys, let's go ahead and talk about the markets here. Coming in 1.44 million subscribers. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, 763K. Instagram, 405,000. Personal Instagram, these are non-crypto pictures take with my family and stuff, 500 or 5,500. TikTok, 2.7 million. I made a really funny TikTok yesterday.
That was a good one.
Yeah, here. Bitcoin hits 42K, 2021. Really excited. Yes. Hits 42K, January 2022. And I think we are going to look at the markets and the charts here in a few minutes. Some really interesting stuff going on. We did order our Hamburglar costume yesterday, so we'll.
And we did get the delay fixed, so that's going much
better. Oh, the delay is fixed, so thank God. Overall market coming in 1.983 trillion. I said I thought it was important to hold 2 trillion. Well, surprise, we didn't hold it. The volume's up 134 billion. Bitcoin dominance 39.9%. We're going to look at a story revolving around that a little bit. ETH dominance way down as ETH has been absolutely crushed. Now, this is going to be the test because this was fixed on my other computer. It is fixed now. You guys can see down here. It's got all the right coins listed. So there's the Bitcoin dominance chart I've been trying to show you guys for a few days. But we're going to get more into that here in a little bit. And it's going to cost you 69 Paraguays. 69 Paraguays to send an ETH transaction. Bitcoin, am I right? Oh, gosh. $41,834. Ethereum, $3,200. Binance Coin back below 450. What a freaking dip this is. Solana, $139.86.
USDC. Hey, green.
Yeah, look at that. Up in the green. USDC. Cardano back at $1.22. XRP down a little bit today. 75 cents. Terra Luna 71. Polkadot 25. Look at the biggest gainers of the day, right? Let's look at something positive. You guys want to see something positive? Here it is. Cosmos.
Look at that.
Cosmos all-time high, I believe. Double check that.
Close.
Let's look and see what that's coming in at. Let's see. Check the all-time.
Close.
All-time. It is not. Let's see. What is the all-time high? 44.54. Let's go to the last day. Almost. It literally bounced off of it. So it was 44.54 is all-time high. Bounced off 44.50. So very, very, very close to all-time highs for Cosmos. So there's one good thing. Cosmos is a project we love. We are invested in that project. Harmony up today, having a good week. Quant up, having a better than red week, up 13%. Secret, don't tell anybody, 23.54%. Dash, Chainlink, and then everything else. Zcash, UOB token, everything else, not really moving that much. Biggest losers of the day. Nothing over 10% lost today, which is good. Gala down, KuCoin down, SushiSwap, Ape NFT down. Still don't know anything about that project. RWE, Basic Attention Token, Algorand, those are awesome projects that are down right now. The overall market cap is down 3.16%. Justin Pokrant with a super chat here saying Binance big buy. That's right. Binance bought, was it 1,300 Bitcoin?
Mm-hmm.
Was that what the amount was?
I don't know. I don't know the exact number.
I think it was like 40 or I want to say it was like almost $500 million. Maybe that math doesn't work out. I can search it real quick and pull it up.
Yeah.
Binance Bitcoin buy. Let's see here. Nope, that's not what I want. Let's see. Go to the news. Oh, 43 Bitcoin, much more than that. I thought it was like 500K or 500 million. It was 43K. And what does that add up to? 5.5 billion. Holy crap. That's a total wallet value. How much did they buy yesterday?
Well, what's the price right now?
40K.
Yeah, so just
yeah, I mean I could do the math pretty easy, but yeah, what is that? 43,000 times just put it at 41,000.
1.7 billion, basically.
Okay.
If you do 40,
yeah, it was about $2 billion yesterday,
Yeah.
I think is what it was.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay, so that's what's going on with the markets. I mean, things are not, looking super great at the moment across crypto. But before we do anything else, make sure to like this video. Stop what you're doing. Hit the like button for us. That would help us out a lot. Helps more people to come in and watch this video. I told you guys the other day, it's very important you remain interested in crypto when things are going sideways and going down. That's where the real money is made. When things are going up, it's exciting. When it's not as exciting, it's just like a relationship, right? You get a new relationship. What happens? You're excited. There's a lot of fire there, but then you actually have to do the work. And then, most relationships, they fall off. So, that's what happens in crypto. When the work happens, that's when the money is made and when you get the true long-term value. So.
And somebody just asked about the basement today. Yeah, there is no Twitch. We're still, we got the email. It was something about a link that probably was put in the chat or something. We're going to appeal it. We should be back up there next week. So,
yeah. And somebody said, no like button. That's because you're watching on the live chat. You have to hit the X on the live chat box on the top right-hand corner. You go out of the live chat. The like button will be there. Hit the like button, and then there's an icon that says live chat. You can come back on.
Yeah, and we like you mentioned, we did do the Hamburglar thing, but we're doing the charity for the 10K. Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so we're working on that.
Yeah, we're not running from it. We're going to do all this. It's just,
we're just getting it done logistically.
You got to do it the right way.
Anyway, let's get into some Q&A. Pojak with the super chat. Thoughts for Adam on the long term, which is Cosmos.
Yeah, we love Cosmos for the long term. It's one we think could have a lot of potential down the road. We're still waiting for it to have an explosive run to get up to the top 10. We do believe it will go to the top 10, probably fall back out for a little bit. But, Adam, look, if you like Solana, if you like Polkadot, if you like a lot of these Avalanche, more advanced, layer ones, Cosmos is right there with them all. Yeah. So
very strong fundamentals.
Yeah. And thank you for that super chat, Cole Gonzalez. And I also saw somebody ask about Matty B. I do want to reiterate to you guys, Matty B's videos aren't on our channel anymore, but you guys can still go to YouTube. And if you just type in Matty B, nope, that is not it. Matty B. Matty B Crypto. Let's type that in. Type in Matty B Crypto. You can get to his channel. It's Piano Matty B. And you guys can subscribe to it. Look at that. He went all the way up to almost 3,000 subscribers yesterday. So if you guys are in the people I love those videos. We love Matty B. We're going to do stuff with him down the road for sure. We're just moving to a trading channel that we're going to be coming out with very soon. Want to have a fresh start on all that stuff. So you guys make sure go subscribe to Matty B's channel. We're going to talk about this several times over the next few weeks. We really want Matty B's channel to flourish. So
we love
he's
Matty.
an awesome He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another question from Q&A. Oh, another super chat.
Cole Gonzalez with
Thanks,
another
bud.
I think it may say Kale. Say Kale.
Anyway, thoughts on Thorchain? Any price predictions, Rune?
I mean, look, here's the thing. When it comes to the market right now, it doesn't make sense to make any price predictions. It just doesn't right now because we have to wait to see what Bitcoin does. Thorchain is one that we thought was going to do really, really great over December because we were basing that on the assumption that everything was going to be great and things were going to be on the upward trajectory, and they were not. So Thorchain did not do great. FTT didn't do great. Nothing did great. Nothing did great in December, pretty much. Maybe Luna had a positive month. Maybe a few others. Near Protocol had a great month. But outside of that, not much was positive. So don't really have a price prediction to give you right now. We got to really see, what happens when it comes to the Bitcoin price. But we like Thorchain. We think it's a great project.
I was another one I would put not in the same category as Cosmos, but the same premise that it's got very strong fundamentals and we like it for the long term. So it's one we think will still be around, still be doing relevant things for a long time. So next question from Michael Allen. How viable do you think the XRP project is to sustain the next few years? Sure, the price will explode on the SEC win, but how do you see it moving forward as a viable project?
Yeah, I mean, just look at all the stuff that they've done during this SEC lawsuit. They've been moving on business as usual. They're blowing up in the APAC region. They're blowing up in Africa. They're blowing up in the Middle East. Definitely watch the Middle East with XRP. We're seeing them doing stuff with banks in Brazil as well. Look at this. It says Raoul Pal is going all in on XRP at this point.
That is interesting.
Very interesting. Look, remember this. Brad Garlinghouse said last month he believed this would be over in January. So where are we at? We're in January. First time Brad Garlinghouse has given a time date. Now, if it's not over, I want you guys to go attack him as much as you attacked me about his prediction being wrong. I'm just kidding. Don't attack him. That was a joke. We like Brad Garlinghouse. What I mean by that is, he set a timeline for that now, and it's very interesting to see what happens. We got Raoul Pal say he's going out and going all in XRP now. I don't have that story in front of me, but that's what somebody said, in the chat. I believe that's, probably a true statement. So we'll have to see what happens with it. But, look, XRP's value proposition is down the road. How high can it get? That's a great question. I think $50 down the road is definitely possible. Much higher than that, you start running into some math problems, maybe $100 in 2 or 3 cycles from now. But, overall, this is going to be a very valuable coin. It's been suppressed more than any other coin, and it's going to have a spring like we've never seen before.
So here's an interesting question for the last one from Buckslayer. Is this like in 2018 where nobody thought we were going to drop 85% and then boom, we did? As far as, like a lot of people right now saying, it's not over or we've got another potential. And it does feel somewhat similar to that. I would say, like for me, I think it's going to be March. That's where based on all the stuff I keep hearing, it seems like that's going to be the end. We might have another big pump before that, but if it's not done by March, I have a hard time being excited about June, July, August, end of the year, other than like opportunities to accumulate. I'm excited for building the long term, but as far as price pumps, I think we get it in the next month or so. Yeah. But what do you think?
Ironically, if we are in a bear market, I did call it top.
Right.
We said, I always said I thought Bitcoin would top out end of September. Fall. And I always said the overall top of the market would be between Halloween and Thanksgiving. I said that for 2 years. And the 69K was right in the middle of that, and altcoins topped out at that same time. But I don't think that's going to be accurate. I think it's going to be more likely we're accurate about the numbers where we thought we were getting and more inaccurate about the time frame. Now, here's what I will say about this. How similar does this feel to the summer?
Very.
Very similar. Very similar. There's one big difference between 2018 and today, okay? We have not gotten a blow off top. The retail mania never came into Bitcoin. Now, some people could make the argument that maybe the retail mania was meme coins this cycle, and they had a blow off top. And, it could bear out to be true. I don't think it is, but it could be. But the fact is that when we look at 2018, there was a sentiment for a long time it was going to go back up, very similar to what we're feeling now, but there was more evidence of a top because it was a blow off top. If you look at the peak then versus the peak now, we've never gotten that blow off top. And look, it could certainly be true that maybe from now on we don't get those in the markets. Maybe that doesn't happen in crypto, but I still believe that we will. I still believe that that is going to happen. So we'll have to see what, overall. Look, if Bitcoin topped out, I guess we're just going to have to hold it at this point. Look, the market always bounces back. Sometimes it takes longer. Bear markets are hard, but it doesn't feel to me the way that it felt during that time. But I do believe 85% drop for Bitcoin is possible and even probable once we do get a blow off top. And who knows, maybe for 13 years, we're going to be talking about waiting for that blow off top and it never comes. But
yeah, that's one thing that was interesting. I was looking at last night, or something I shared last night, Bitcoin yearly lows. And that's another, like, everybody's always focused on the all-time highs. But if you look at the lows for the year, you can see a very clear upward movement. And, the 2021 being one of the biggest ones if you look at it on a chart. So it's like you just said, everything's macro moving up massively over time. And again, that's why we say, like, timing the exact tops and bottoms are tough. But if you accumulate, buy dips, and stay in the market long term, you're going to be happy you did. So
yeah.
Let's get into some charts.
Yeah, let's do it. So I saw somebody ask this question, are we still selling if we go below 40K? Well, I think I've amended that a little bit to 39K, because that's a number that a lot of people have floated out there as a level of support. I think as long as we don't body below this 41,000 number, I drew this new line here at 41,000 because this is where this was bouncing off of earlier and where this wick almost got to. And really, if we move this down to the bottom of the wick, which was 40,500, you can actually look across. Well, there we go. You can actually look across here. Let me get it 40,500 exactly, as close as I can. There we go. And you can see that I hate this thing. I hate this thing. I get it there and I click it and it doesn't move.
If only we had something you could draw on.
Allison, give me something I can draw on.
Whatever happened to that iPad?
Well, I said from the beginning it wasn't going to work.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
I
did.
said from the beginning. I said from the beginning that wasn't going to work.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. So did I.
Yeah,
Believe it or not.
it's weird. I don't remember that.
Huh.
But if you look here, you can see there is a lot of support over here when we were coming down in September before we ran up. It was basically bouncing off the same line. And if you really expand that further, let's see, here it went to 39 at this wick right here, which I know that's a lot of lines on top of each other. But if you look there, that did wick down to 39 and test it and bounce back up. Before that, you got to go back quite a ways to see it go below 39 again. And you can see this line is pretty strong across the board, the 40,500-ish line. So, look, if it goes below 40,000, 41,000 and holds below 41,000, I don't think that's great. If it goes below 40,500, I don't think that's great. Well, what I would say is, unless it really breaks down into the 30s, I'm thinking we're still going to be okay. Look, we've talked about for 2 weeks how very apparent from the wick that we had, it could easily test the $40,000 to $42,000 range.
Yeah.
And you can't panic when it gets down here.
Right.
You can't panic when it gets down here. This is what people are, we said this was almost going to manifest itself.
Yep.
Self-fulfilling prophecy. And here we are. It has gone down there. This is where the true test begins. We've got to see how it reacts, how it reacts from here to see really what we're thinking.
The one quick thing I would say about that 39K number is something you've referenced in the past, and it's looking at supports and resistance as areas, not just, obviously, if you're day trading very specific margins, you got to look at very specific numbers. But if you're accumulating macro trading, looking at things at the whole, it's that 39K area. If it wicks to 38.8, or if it wicks, from 40 down into 39, it's not end all be all. It's just, that's how, if it has a quick bounce. So I would say just watch those areas, not necessarily pinpoint those numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 40 to 42,000 is definitely a range we've seen coming. over the last couple of weeks. I mean, it was pretty apparent there was no support between that wick and where we were at. So I think it's definitely something that, not to be too concerned about. All right, let's move on. Yeah, we got to I got to thing at 12:25. Going to be on Cheddar TV today at 12:30 if you guys have Cheddar TV online or either on Direct TV. I found the channel on Direct TV yesterday. You guys can check us out there. We'll be on there at 12:30 talking about crypto. We were going to talk about other stuff, but I assume we'll be talking about this crash. Tim Woodgate with a super chat. Australian banks using XRP. Definitely a true statement. Oh, CryptoFace in the chat. Good morning. Appreciate that. They're still mad about the XRP pillow. Why does this keep going? I think we've got like a little like gnome in the office.
I was going to say, now they're trolling me because when I came in this morning, the BitSquad sign was upside down and the XRP pillow was crooked. So, they love to troll.
They do. All right. Okay. So December jobs report. Why are things going down today? Well, we have this news here, which is pretty big news. Payrolls rise by 199,000 as unemployment rate falls to 3.9%. Which, I mean, do you believe these numbers?
3.9%? That seems, no. Because
especially considering
that's absurdly low.
Yeah, especially considering there are all these articles about this. There's no slowing the Great Resignation. There's only managing around it. In November, a record 4.5 million workers quit or change roles. The data signals the wage pressure will continue for small businesses and hiring costs will remain high. Well, how in the world, if 4.5 million people quit, did the unemployment rate drop? It doesn't seem to add up from my perspective. Seems like we're seeing some fudging of the numbers, which we know they love to do.
Yep.
The U.S. economy unexpectedly saw a slowdown in hiring in December compared to November, while the unemployment rate improved to a fresh pandemic-era low. How does this make sense?
It doesn't.
How does it make sense? A slowdown in hiring, but unemployment rates dropped. It must be because you've got enough people that are falling off of the unemployment. The way they count unemployment, you have to be seeking a job. And if you're unemployed for X number of months, you fall off of the rate. That's how they fudge the numbers. That's got to be what's going on.
And they can adjust those metrics whenever they want to suit their whims.
Exactly. So leisure and hospitality jobs rose. Let's see here. Let's go to the next one here. U.S. created a lackluster 199,000 new jobs. So the big story here is that we're not, there aren't a lot of jobs being created right now. And I think this is going back into our deflation narrative that we've talked about for a while now. During deflation, when this begins, unemployment, or not unemployment, but the rate of new jobs slows incredibly. And a lot of times you can see what's coming in the markets based on real world activities. And this seems to back that up. Unemployment rate dropped equals unemployment payment stopped. So some people might have, rolled out of unemployment payments.
Yeah. So they're on there, they've taken as much as they can, and then they don't necessarily go pursue another job. So then they fall off that metric. And so it looks like the numbers are dropping, but they're really not. And no new jobs are being created like you got to. So this is showing signs of a shaky economy, to say the least.
Well, I mean, just the fact, really just going back to the headline of the last one, the headline of the last one, this topsy-turvy, payrolls rise, unemployment rate falls. I mean, to me, it just shows the confusion going on right there in the markets.
What is that number?
We created 199,000 new jobs in the United States this month.
Got it.
So that's much lower than was expected.
Yeah.
And I thought, things were getting back to normal, right? They will be in March. Get ready.
And normal won't necessarily feel good.
It will not feel good at all.
No.
I don't believe. So it's just hard for me. And look, things can change. It's hard for me to see Bitcoin going up past the tapering. And when they not only said they're going to taper once, they're going to taper 3 times. They're going to increase rate hikes 3 times next year.
Yeah.
So that was what people weren't expecting. They said they were going to get very aggressive, which I think it took them a year and a half in the last time they raised rates to raise. So
Yeah. Omar had a good tweet about it, talking about how a lot of times the employment precedes the bond market and some of these other ones. So he was saying he was surprised that the Fed is telegraphing their hand so dramatically, saying exactly what they're going to do before they do it because they know it affects markets. But it looks like they're just willing to let them feel the pain at this point.
There are some of the absolute worst pumpers and dumpers, if you will,
Yeah.
is the actual government, the people that are actually supposed to be not doing this,
Protecting you.
right? They're the people oftentimes that are doing it. And I think that that's something you got to keep in mind is that these people, they will do anything to make themselves look good. That's why they're politicians. That should be the definition of a politician. Someone whose main goal is to make themselves look good. I mean, does anybody disagree with that?
No, it was, there was a really good line. I finally finished watching Secession, by the way, and there's a really good line he says in there when somebody's like talking to him about the law, and he said, the law is just people and people is just politics, and I can handle that. And he was basically saying, I'm above the law because I can buy the right politicians. It was interesting.
100%. I love that line. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Bitcoin dominance sinks to lowest levels in 3 years as Ethereum and numerous competitors gain on Bitcoin. Bitcoin dominance has dropped to the lowest level in just over 3.5 years, since June 3rd, 2018 at 37%. Last year, at the end of March, Bitcoin dominance hovered just above 60%. The crypto economy currently has roughly 12,247 crypto assets, blah, 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 blah. We already looked at all that. During the first few years, Bitcoin dominance was well above 90%. 11 coins besides Bitcoin, Ethereum command over 20% of the crypto economy. That is Tether, BNB, Solana, USDC, Cardano, and XRP. They command 15%. But the interesting thing here is that we are seeing a big change in Bitcoin dominance right now. And, I talk about this a little bit on Carl's channel on a video he just put out. We got a video with Carl coming out today because we missed Monday. I was out of town. But, what's really interesting is we haven't seen, if you pull up the Bitcoin dominance chart here, let me actually do this. Let me
draw on it.
Yeah,
Screenshot it. Yeah, while you're doing that, one thing that's going to be interesting to me is if we slowly start to see stablecoin, USD backed stablecoin dominance rise, and they're going to move more towards, like, if you think about it, like if the dominance of a US backed stablecoin gets 20, 30, 40, 50%, then now the US dollar has become the reserve currency for all of crypto, and it keeps that reserve currency status in place. It'll be interesting to watch the stablecoin battle rise.
So what's really interesting here is, and I know this is coming off the page over here.
There you go.
That's a little bit better. When you look over here, this is the most recent time. Excuse me. We haven't seen anything like this ever in the history of the Bitcoin dominance chart. We've never seen Bitcoin dominance trail off like this in such a consistent way. Don't you think that's really interesting? We've never seen a shape like this.
Yeah. That's you're looking at the all right now?
This is Bitcoin right here.
Yeah. But it's usually, it's much more dramatic rises and falls when it comes to dominance. Now, I will say that makes a little more sense when you consider the landscape of the market, meaning there's a lot more currencies out there. Like if you're looking beginning, obviously 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, there wasn't all that many alts. So it's much harder for the dominance to be affected. Now there's a lot more options for people to put their money into, which makes sense maybe why we would see a little bit of a different trajectory on that dominance.
Well, I think personally, I think it's because, and you go ahead and move to the next day. We got to roll. We got to keep rolling. So I got to be done at 12:25. But the thing is that we're also seeing something with this Bitcoin dominance falling that we've never seen before, which is Bitcoin, the next 41K weeks.
Oh, I thought I'd hit it.
All right. What we're seeing here is we're seeing Bitcoin dominance dropping, but we're not seeing altcoins really pumping. Usually when Bitcoin dominance drops, you see the other coins rise up. Excuse me. And we're not seeing that right now. We're seeing some coins, very few and far between, moving, but not moving dramatically. We're not seeing any dramatic movements at all. And I think that's indicative of the sideways action that we had there for a really long time. But now things are really beginning to move. I don't know. We got to see. I think altcoins are probably going to get hurt here in the short term, but they're going to bounce back really hard. That's kind of what I'm expecting to see. Bitcoin briefly sinks below 41,000 in ongoing New Year slump.
Maybe not that brief.
Yeah, not that brief. The price of Bitcoin briefly fell below the $41,000 mark in the early hours. It dropped there again very recently. Right now, we're sitting at 40,000. Well, no, I guess right now it's at, wait, where is, yeah, 40. It's actually back at 42 right now. It's right at 42,000 right now. So we have bounced, went all the way down to 40,500 here a little bit ago. Okay, so there's more uncertainty in the crypto market as Bitcoin plummeted to an intraday low of 40,685 on Friday morning, according to CoinGecko. Ethereum, the second largest crypto by market, followed suit, plummeting to a daily low of 3,100, $30 before making its way to 32.32. Fear and greed index was down to a 18. I was looking at that earlier today. Should Bitcoin break below 41,000, things could get ugly with the mid to low 30s, a possible destination. That's coming from the co-founder of Nexo, Antony Trinchev. He also called Bitcoin's period of consolidation at $30,000 to $40,000 range, or recalled, and said a repeat of history can't be ruled out as Fed tightening remains a popular narrative. What? This is what I'm so confused on. What? How? You think this Fed tapering narrative is going to go away?
Mm-mm.
It's only going to get stronger once March hits and it actually happens. Everything we're talking about right now is hypothetical. But when they actually move the rates back, I don't know how we're going to expect things to go up from there.
No, it's gonna be massive. That's one thing I remember from real estate. When they adjust those rates, you don't realize how when people stop buying houses, it affects so many other industries: construction, real estate, roofing. Like so many things are impacted by the buying and selling of real estate. And if that goes away for new time home buyers because they can't get a loan because it's 7% interest right now, and their payment would be $5,000 a month for a $350,000 house or $300,000 house, it's going to be paralyzing.
Yeah, I mean, I just can't believe that we're, you know, I can't believe we're going to get unscathed out of this for the overall market, not just crypto, for the overall market. So somebody says, doesn't this get priced in now? Well, yeah, to some extent when you see these big moves.
Yeah.
But, certainly when it happens, it's not going to be priced in.
Well, that's what was thinking about a funny tweet. I was about to say, when do we start talking about the next halving being priced in? Because that's always
a narrative, right?
Yeah.
It was a narrative last time. I fought that narrative the whole time, and we were 100% correct on that. Yeah. Right now, we got almost 11,000 viewers. We got 3,153 likes. So, guys, let's get that up to at least 6,000 today. We should be able to get to 6,000. A lot of people are interested today. We got more viewers than we've had the last few days. So if you're new to the channel, certainly welcome. Hit that subscribe button. Do us a favor. Also, guys, if you could do us a favor and hit that like button to get to that 6,000 like goal, we would appreciate it. Arthur Hayes is convinced that the crypto market will likely get clobbered. Wow, because of the Fed.
Can't believe he's still out there doing stuff.
I can't believe he's still writing stuff for BitMEX.
I can't either.
He barely avoided going to prison.
Yeah.
I don't understand. This is a guy that, a lot of people don't trust. A lot of people think caused the market crash in 2018. So we'll see what happens today. Or see what happens. Former BitMEX CEO Arthur Hayes predicts that altcoins could crash 90% from where they're trading now. Where I would agree with him is I do believe most altcoins can crash 90% from their highs. Mm-hmm. But I guess what he's saying is he thinks they're at the peak right now, which would not be great. He argues institutional investors will not hesitate to dump their positions due to changing market positions. If I believe that Bitcoin could trade below 30,000, Ether below 2,000 in a 3 to 6 month time horizon, I will dump all of my altcoins. These coins could go down 75% to 90% in a true crypto risk off environment. The U.S. Federal Reserve turned increasingly hawkish, and that's the main headwind for the current crypto market falling. If the money supply is set at 0% and possibly even go negative in short order, the natural conclusion is that Bitcoin is likely to go much lower as well. He believes the Fed could ditch its hawkish tone if the consumer price index drops below 2%, which is highly unlikely. Yeah, not a chance in that. No. Hayes also believes the central bank may reverse its course of inflation, or if inflation stops being a top-of-mind priority heading into the 2022 elections. That's something we haven't talked about at all. One thing we did in 2020 was we really examined how the elections would affect Bitcoin, and we were dead on that for sure. Right around that presidential election, things started going up. We had a little dip, and then they just surged right following that. Bitcoin has always surged after presidential elections. Haven't really examined how midterm elections play into that, but I assume with this one being as big as it will probably be, that is something that we could definitely see. So
And there's also some correlation with the Bitcoin halving cycles being in sync with the election cycles too. So that could be
eventually
part of
they will
that.
fall out of sync.
They will, yeah.
Because they're losing about 2 months at a time. But
Mhm.
yeah, Chocolate Pickle says he wishes people would stop saying
S-coins.
what?
S-coins.
S-coins. The slow normalization of profanity is so classy. That's why I never say it.
He means
'Cause
classless.
Is what?
He means classless. The slow normalization of profanity is classless, not classy.
Well, he said classy. I think he's being satirical.
Oh.
There. Yeah, he's being satirical. He's saying it's so classy. Yeah,
Gotcha.
I agree. That's why I don't say that word. We don't say that word on the channel. We never have. We never will. It's a very common word that people say. I try to be family friendly. We don't talk like that on the channel. Maybe one time I got mad at F2 Pool and said the F word. But outside of that, I don't talk like that on this channel. And I hate that word. And I want to get rid of it. That's why if we do say that word, we say S-coins and people know what that means. But I think it is totally not classy. I'm not real big on that. Me and Gary V disagree on profanity 100%. So, all right. Let's go here. Here's what's keeping $108.4 billion wealth managers from investing in Bitcoin. Bloomberg has shared the results of a survey conducted recently by Nickel Digital Asset Management, the biggest regulated crypto hedge fund in Europe. Wealth managers and financial institutions from the US, UK, UAE, and Europe, which collectively work with $108.4 billion under management, took part in the survey. Security concerns, not the volatility and regulations, are holding institutional investors back from crypto, a new survey finds. A total of 79% of the respondents.
I like that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Stool coins.
Stool coins. We might use that.
I like
That's
that.
good. I actually like that. A total of 79% of the respondents see crypto custody as the main stumbling block to possible investment in crypto space, while 67% name volatility. For 49%, it's the regulatory environment. Expanding SEC's power of regulation is good, investors believe. What a scam. There's no way they really believe that. Yeah, it is if you have your hooks in the SEC, and you can get them to do what you want because they are the most corrupt organization in the entire government, which is saying so much. It's so hard to say the most corrupt organization in the government, but the SEC is clearly the most corrupt organization. That's why you actually have other government organizations like the CFTC calling out the SEC for power grabbing. Think about that.
I'd put the NSA up there too.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That is a good point.
But they're both correct.
Yeah,
NSA's better at staying off the radar, and the fact that people talk about them less usually means they're doing more shady stuff.
Yeah. So, no, actually, about Twitch, I see somebody making a comment about that, about why we got banned from. They said we got banned from Twitch. It's totally we should get it back 100%.
Yeah, it's a bad link.
Yeah, they said that we gave a phishing link out, which, number one, we don't have any links in the description. We didn't give any in the chat. Nothing we showed was a phishing site because we pull everything up ahead of time. So I don't know if somebody reported it or if their AI picked it up erroneously, but we'll get Twitch back hopefully by Monday. So I don't know how fast they do. So 3 likely reasons for Bitcoin to 42,000. The Fed could hike interest rates as soon as March. Kazakhstan, the internet was shut down and affected the hash rate big time. Final reason, let's see. Now that 45.6 was broken, the charts say it should go down, yada, yada, yada. So, I think there's a very interesting conversation. I don't believe anything in this chart, though. I don't think institutional investors are really that. Look, they have ways to do custody that's 100% secure. They can do it through Coinbase custody or some other custody sites. Fidelity does Bitcoin custody, so you're worried your Bitcoin's going to get hacked with Fidelity. They've got enough money to pay you back if it does, and they take the responsibility there. So, all right, Let's see here. Polygon teases 3 milestones for 2022, while XRP forms death crosses pattern.
Uh-oh.
Okay. You can find Piano Matty B on his YouTube channel, Piano Matty B. See somebody saying that again. You guys don't forget to go subscribe to his channel. All right, here we go. Polygon announces the launch of Polygon Hermes and Polygon Might in public testnets. EIP 1559 will introduce burning of Matic token, so that'll be pretty good. But here's what y'all want to talk about: XRP. If you're a fan of XRP, go ahead and make sure to hit that like button for us. We love the XRP army in the chat. I am the supreme master and commander of the XRP army, and I will continue to be the supreme commander and leader of that. So Jimmy Void sit down talking truth, 499 super chat says XRP will open the floodgates on this bull run. Bitcoin, crypto, the boss. I like that. Here's the thing. That could be a positive momentum swing if that does happen near the middle of this month, as Brad Garlinghouse seemed to indicate. So, we can't, we don't know for 100% by any stretch of the imagination, but if that did happen, that could be the catalyst to turn stuff around in the short term until March. That's tough.
Maybe give us like a dead cat bounce kind of feel in February before the real things settle in March.
Oh, why are they calling me now?
Probably to
Let me answer this. Hello?
Oh.
Yeah, I can. With 12:25, right? I'm still on my show. Can you give me 5 minutes?
Sure. Sorry.
Okay. Thanks. Bye.
Perfect.
Perfect. Y'all, that's how you handle a live TV interview right there. So anyways, XRP is considered a bear market sign, or a bear market cross considered a bear market sign. The MA50 is crossing below the MA200, forming death crosses, usually called a lagging indicator, since by the time it crosses over, the market is oversold. However, there is a silver lining. Previous XRP death crosses in February 2021 and July 2021 have caused the price of XRP to climb afterward. So traditionally, what is seen as a negative sign, this could potentially be something that could push XRP up. We saw it with Bitcoin over the summer, right? You guys remember a Bitcoin death cross?
Mm-hmm.
You guys remember when that happened? I think it was in August, or maybe it was in July. Maybe it was July. It was we had the death cross. It's a lagging indicator. I wish people would just stop talking about death crosses, because they do not produce a consistent enough manifestation. What's the word I'm looking for? A consistent enough result. A consistent enough result to be able to determine whether it's a good or a bad thing. But it's got this terribly negative name, which makes a lot of people think that it's definitely going to go down. We don't actually see that for 100%. So some people are saying Bitcoin's bouncing back right now. It is back at 41.8. It's down a little bit from when we looked at it earlier. But look, it's got to hold this 40 to 42,000 range. As long as it's in that range, I'm not too worried about it. GameStop stock soars. GameStop stock soars. That's a tongue twister. Over 30% after hours, and Reddit crowd cheers. After a report of plans for NFT platform, CryptoFace says you die when you follow a death cross. That's pretty funny. GameStop shares were pointing to double-digit surge after a report it was launching a division to develop a marketplace for NFTs. And you were saying you thought we had covered something about this before.
The fact that they're going to have their own platform.
Yeah, it seems like this is the first.
I thought we talked about it earlier this week, but
we definitely didn't talk about it earlier this week. But I did seem to recall we did cover it maybe a few weeks ago or months ago, maybe.
Yeah, it all runs together, but I do feel like we talked about them. I know we talked about Samsung having one. I know GameStop. I feel like
maybe it was they were launching their own NFTs, but this is an NFT platform. Maybe that's what it was.
Not sure.
Yeah, I can't remember. They were up more than 30%. And here's what I find really interesting about this story, which is usually when these traditional stocks have been talking about NFT projects, when not necessarily stocks, when companies do, when Ubisoft talked about theirs, when what was the other one? They did it. Discord, when Discord announced it was going to be doing the same thing, it was really negative towards them.
Their community, yeah.
Their community did not like
Steam,
it.
Same thing. That's what we were
Same
talking
thing
about
with
the other
Steam.
day. Yeah.
But we're seeing with this, maybe the GME crowd is not the same way. And some people are saying GME is down today, but I think the whole stock market is down today,
Yeah.
if I'm guessing.
Probably similar.
GameStop's retail trading apes have been expecting news of an NFT marketplace and a crypto play for months, believing it is a key part of company chairman Ryan Cohen's turnaround master plan. So they're jumping on the NFT platform bandwagon. We'll have to see where it goes. Very interested. I've always said I believe that the GameStop and AMC people, they're more crypto people than stock people, so they might as well come on over. All right, guys, I got to run. I'm going to be on Chatter TV here in a few minutes. You can catch me there. That's all I got. Make sure to also check out theplayerslounge.io. That launch coming soon. Be blessed. Boy out.